Hello viewers, we are so excited today to bring you yet another session of Priority Wellness Health and Wellness series funded by the Government of Canada and Red Cross. Today is our yoga session and we have Gayatri Pathak, our yoga instructor, with us. I personally have been her student for a very long time and I can tell you I'm doing great. Thank you for teaching me such wonderful yoga over all these years. Gayatri has her own yoga studio, Yoga for You, and she does online sessions as well as on-site sessions. She has been wonderful in giving back to the community in the lockdown by giving free sessions online. We also have that same mission of giving back to the community, and your role in giving back is where I thought we could connect with you on this health and wellness series. So I would now have Gayatri tell something about herself.
Namaste everyone. Thanks Nishita for the kind introduction.
Pleasure.
I am a yoga teacher and a Reiki master. Since last couple of years I have started Yoga for You and teaching group yoga, private yoga, kids yoga, seniors yoga. And my mission, my goal is to teach traditional yoga as well as westernized yoga to the community, because slowly I have seen that the traditional yoga is evaporated. So that is my goal. And during COVID time I had to shut down my studio. At the same time I started teaching online classes.
So I guess Gayatri, that is where in the lockdown you came up with the idea, and I think a lot of others have come up with the same idea of starting online sessions. But where you started was giving out the free sessions, understanding the urgency of us being all in the house and needed some stretching, some movement throughout the day. So that was amazing thought that you had.
Definitely. So yeah, like senior people, they don't have mobility.
Yes.
They don't have flexibility that much. And yoga can bring so much flexibility, mobility, balance, and especially the breathing and meditation can help people to calm their stress down during the COVID time. And that is my goal. And that's why I started with free sessions. So people are comfortable taking online classes, and when they are comfortable, they enroll and they can start yoga with me at Yoga for You.
That's amazing, Gayatri. So today, the workshop that we have is catered towards our seniors and their caregivers. Seniors are affected the most in this lockdown, and so are their caregivers. Their mobility going out has also been very limited because they have seniors at home. They don't want to risk to go out. So where would you like to start today, giving some sessions for our seniors?
So since we are sitting on the chair, so let's start with chair yoga, because many seniors I have found that they cannot sit on the mat, on the floor. So we have this session with chair as well as with the mat. So we'll start with chair yoga.
Perfect.
Okay. Come a little bit forward. Both feet has to be flat on the floor. Knee has to be on top of your ankles, straight spine. Shoulders are relaxed, so you can roll your shoulders back and relax. Your chin is parallel to the floor. Both hands in Jnana Mudra, so tips of your index finger and thumb together. Gently place it on your lap. Close your eyes and take a long deep breath in And out. One more time. Inhale through your nostrils and out through your mouth. Feel nice and relaxed. And disconnect yourself from outer world and bring your awareness on your chair, in your body, in your breath. And start noticing your breath. Recognize your breathing. Settle down with your breath. Now place your right hand on your belly, left hand on your chest, and inhale from both nostrils. Bring your breath up to your belly so that your belly will rise like a balloon. And when you exhale, draw your navel towards spine. Inhale from both nostrils, bring your breath up to your belly, and when you exhale, draw your navel towards spine. Few more of abdominal breathing on your own pace, and feel more relaxed, more calm, more focused. Breathe in deeply and gently. Breathe out gently and completely. When people are in stress, depression, anxiety, fear or uncertainty, they should practice this pranayama every day in the morning with empty stomach for 5 to 7 minutes. It will change your day, change your health, change your life. And now you can release your both hands and breathe normally, and relax your nostrils, your chest, and relax your belly. Next pranayama is Ujjayi breath. In Ujjayi breath, you inhale and exhale from your nostrils, but you will put pressure on your throat. And the sound is like an ocean sound. Or on the other word, you can say when you fog a mirror, you close your throat. The same way you are going to perform this pranayama, and it's very powerful pranayama. It is good for your lungs, respiratory system. Again, it is a stress release. So let's perform a couple of times. You can perform this around 10 rounds, and then you can release your breath and breathe normally. You can always incorporate this pranayama with abdominal breathing. Next pranayama is Bhramari pranayama, humming bee breathing exercise. So place your index finger, middle finger on your forehead. Ring finger will go in between your eyebrows. Last finger will go on your nostrils, but gently touching your face. You are not going to press here anything. Thumb will go on your ear pads. And make sure your spine is straight, shoulders are relaxed. Inhalation is normal. When you exhale, you will do two things. One is you will close your ear pad and make a sound like humming bee sound or om sound from your navel, your nabhi. Let's start. Inhale. Then close ear pad. Until you breathe out completely. You can perform this pranayama about 7 to 10 times, not more than that, but make sure you open your ear pad when you inhale and close your ear pad when you exhale. You are not pressing your nostrils. And when you are done with your 7 to 10 rounds, you can release your hands and breathe normally. And relax your nostrils, your shoulders, your belly. Next pranayama we will perform will be Anulom Vilom Pranayama, the alternate nostril breathing. With your right hand, place your index finger, middle finger in between your eyebrows, which is third eye chakra. Ring finger will go on your nostrils, thumb will be on your right nostrils. Again, straight spine and shoulders are relaxed. Close your right nostril, inhale from left. Close left, exhale from right. Inhale from right. Close right, exhale from left. This is one round. You will work on few more rounds of Anulom Vilom Pranayama on your own pace. Our left nostril is female dominating, related to our mind and moon. That means it's cold side of our body. Right nostril is male dominating, related to our body. That means it is warm side of our body. When we practice this pranayama regularly, you will see that your blood pressure is coming to neutral. You will see that your inhalation and exhalation are in balanced. Your mind, your body, and eventually you will see that your life is in balance. This is also good stress release, good for your lungs, for your mind, and your life. Always practice pranayama in this sequence. Start with abdominal breathing, ujjayi breathing, Bhramari pranayama, and Anulom Vilom pranayama. But in any case, if you have headache, if you have fever, if you have stuffy nose, avoid this pranayama. You cannot breathe in forcefully or breathe out forcefully. Always take your time to inhale, take a pause, take your time to exhale, take a pause. You also can count when you inhale and exhale, and you will see that your breath, each breath is increasing. Suppose you are at 5 to 7 count in your inhalation. After a week or a month, you will see that your length of the inhalation is increased. And when you are done, you can release your hands, breathe normally, relax your nostrils, relax your chest, and relax your belly. One more thing, that you always complete your round. If you don't complete your round, then you might have headache. And you can open your eyes now and relax. This is called seated Tadasana. Place your both hands at your heart center. Let's do some stretching. Inhale, raise your both hands up. Exhale, bend towards your right. Gaze towards your left. Feel stretch on your left side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale towards your left. Gaze towards your right. Feel stretch on your right side. Inhale, come back to center. You can perform this exercise, this yoga, for a couple of times. Bring your both hands at your heart center now. Elbows your shoulder level. Your elbows should be shoulder level. Inhale, stretch. You will feel stretch on your shoulder blades. Exhale, come back. One more time. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, come back. Now lift your both hands up and elbows together. You will see, you will feel that you will have stretch on your arms. Inhale, open. Squeeze your shoulder blades. This is called cactus pose. Exhale, come back. Elbows together. Inhale, open. Squeeze. Exhale, close. And release. Place your hands on your knees. Let's do some twisting. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn towards your right. So left hand will go on your right knee. Gaze towards back wall. You will feel twist and stretch on your spine. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale towards your left. Right hand will go on your left knee. Gaze towards back wall. Feel twist, feel stretch. Inhale, come back to center. and release. You can perform this yoga pose for a couple of times. Next will be butterfly pose. For butterfly pose, on the chair if you would like to perform, you need some stool, some stand, or if you have block, you can place block. Place your both feet on the block and both feet together. Open up your inner thighs. Straight spine. Just sit like this. You can have more blocks, it depends upon your flexibility. Straight spine. This is good for your inner thighs. And if you can sit on the mat, I will show you later on how you can perform on your mat. Slowly close and relieve. Now place your both hands at your heart center. Inhale, raise your both hands up. Exhale, bend forward and place it on the floor. If you can't place on the floor, you can always have blocks. Place it on the block. Place your right hand in the middle. Inhale, lift your left hand towards ceiling and open up your left shoulder. Gaze towards your left hand. Exhale, drop. Inhale, center. Exhale. Lift your right hand towards ceiling. Open up your right shoulder. Exhale, drop. Place your both hands on your knees first. Inhale, lift. Come back to center. You can perform both sides. One more time. Hands at your heart center. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, bend forward. Place your both hands on the floor or on the block. Left palm in the middle. Inhale, lift your right hand towards ceiling. Open up your right shoulder. Gaze towards your right hand. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift your left hand towards ceiling. Gaze towards your left hand. Exhale, drop. Place your both hands on your knees. Inhale, lift. Come back to center and release. Let's close our eyes. Let's do some neck exercise. So inhale, center. Exhale. Drop your chin towards your chest and feel stretch on your spine. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, drop towards your back, lips together, teeth apart. Stretch on your neck muscles. Inhale, come back to center. Now exhale, drop towards your right and feel stretch on your left side. Inhale, center. Exhale, drop towards your left and feel stretch on your right side. Inhale, come back to center and release. Now bring your right hand behind, left hand behind, interlace your fingers. Now, not necessarily that you can interlace your fingers. You can always use belt or any rope or anything, and you can walk your both hands on the belt and keep breathing. Do not forget to breathe here. You can stay here for 5 breaths and then you can release. When you release, you roll your shoulders clockwise, anti-clockwise to balance it out. Now bring your left hand behind, right hand behind, interlace your fingers, gaze forward, straight spine. Interlace your fingers, make sure your spine is straight. Very likely that your one side is more tight than the other, and it's very normal. You can always use belt and walk your hands on the belt and keep breathing. When you are done with your 5 full breath, release your hands and again roll your shoulders clockwise and clockwise. The next yoga pose called cat and cow. It's really good for your spine. Straight spine, hands on your knee. Inhale, you will lift your chest forward, gaze towards ceiling, arch your spine. Exhale, roll your shoulders, chin to chest, navel towards spine. Feel each and every vertebrae. Inhale, lift your chest forward, gaze towards ceiling, arch your spine. Exhale, roll your shoulders, chin to chest, navel towards spine. Feel each and every vertebrae. Few more times, cat and cow. And feel your spine is stretching when you come to cow. Feel your spine is relaxing when you come to cat. When we are getting older and older, you will see that because of the stress and social structure we have, our height shortens, right? So with cat and cow, we can stretch our spine on everyday basis. It is really beneficial for kids as well when they are growing. Especially cat and cow is for women, it's really good. Menstrual cycle, hormonal changes, menopause is really good.
Okay, that's good to know.
The next one, we will do some standing poses with the help of the chair.
I don't think that this is only good for the seniors. I feel it's good for us also who are doing a desk job. And just taking a 5-minute break and doing some of these exercises would just, make
Open
us
up your
feel so
shoulders,
good.
your spine.
I feel so
fresh.
relaxed just doing this much. I feel I'm ready to get rolling again for the rest of the day.
One more thing I would like to add regarding the Brahmari Pranayama. So Brahmari Pranayama is like you can perform during the day when you are working on the desk all the time.
Okay.
Because when you close your ear pads and open up your ear pads, it takes out all the stress.
Wow.
If you have noticed.
Yes.
So you can, but of course you have to perform with the empty stomach.
Right.
But you can perform during the day when you are having your tea or coffee. Instead of having tea or coffee, do Brahmari Pranayama.
That's an amazing tip that you've given.
Okay, so some balancing poses. You can always use wall or use chair if you don't have wall around. Place your both hands beside your body. This is Tadasana. Both legs should be hips distance apart. Let's massage our feet. So you can come on your tippy toes, drop your heels, lift your toes. Many seniors going through this balancing issue, so this is really good for them. Okay, now bring your both hands up. Interlace your fingers, palms facing up. Inhale center, exhale bend towards your right, gaze towards your left, will stretch on your left side. Inhale, come back to center, exhale bend towards your left, gaze towards your right, stretch on your right side. Few more times on your own pace, perform this yoga pose. It is for your side stretching, your spine stretching, your neck stretching, and more of your flexibility. When you come back to center and release. And again you have to roll your shoulders clockwise and anti-clockwise to balance it out. Hands on your waist. You can widen your legs a little bit, so more than your hips distance apart. Without bending your knee, inhale center, exhale, bend, turn towards your right, gaze towards back wall. Inhale, come back to center, exhale towards your left, gaze towards back wall. Inhale center, same, you can perform this yoga pose couple of times. Now place your right foot on your calf. Open up your inner thighs, hands at your heart center. This is more of the balance. Gaze towards front wall to a fixed point. for concentration. You can close your eyes here and keep breathing. This is called tree pose. So just
I'm sure a lot of our seniors would not be able to do that. So for
That's why
them, the
we have
best
chair.
bet is
they can grab a
that-
chair,
Exactly.
or they can use a wall, because against wall, if they can stand, if they are out of balance, they always have wall there, right? So whichever way they would like to go, they can stand here. They can place their hand at their heart center, or they can bring their both hands up, standing tree pose. You can stay there for 5 full breaths and then release. But always remember to balance it out. When you perform right side, always perform left side.
Right.
This is more for the balance, your inner thighs, your spine.
Right. But advice to the seniors, please do not do it without a chair. Do
at all.
not start doing it right away. By the wall, I would say start with the chair where you're holding something. You can, as Gayatri mentioned, you can go take your hands up or you can put it on your heart, but do not leave support of the chair when you're initially starting it.
Okay, the next is, let's sit on the chair. Place your both feet on the floor. Open up your inner thighs. This is called goddess pose. Hands on your knees. Inhale, center, exhale. Bring your right shoulder forward and gaze towards back wall. This is twist for your spine. Inhale, center, exhale, turn towards your left, right, gaze towards back wall. Couple of times. More for flexibility of your spine. It's opening up your inner thighs. And always balance it out. Come back to center and release.
Thank you, Gayatri. That was an amazing session. I think this session was about 10 to 12 minutes that we did. What is a normal time that you would recommend that we should be doing this exercise in a day?
So pranayama can take up to 20 minutes, the same sequence. And if you don't have that much time, you can always cut it down. 10 minutes of pranayama, 10-15 minutes of stretching, and then 5 minutes of meditation. Or you can lie down in shavasana. I give 1 hour of session. But that is recommended actually, but of course we don't have time. Sometimes we don't have energy to sit on the chair or on the mat, especially for senior people. But you can always cut it down in 2 sessions, but make sure that you have at least 3 hours of gap between your meal and your yoga class.
Good, perfect. So they can do one in the morning before they do their breakfast.
Yes.
And then they can do one before their dinner.
Yes, around 4 or 5 p.m. before they have their dinner.
So this stretching that we did for our senior viewers, is it going to help them stretch each and every muscle of their body by doing this exercise?
Definitely. There are so many other exercises, so many other yoga poses we can perform, but we will do it on the mat. And,
Absolutely.
If whoever can sit on the mat, they can perform that yoga poses.
So Gayatri, we have had a few questions from our viewers who have registered for this workshop. One of the question which you already answered even before I question you, that how can the seniors stretch their muscles throughout the body and what is the correct timing? That was one of the questions from one of our registrars. So thank you for giving that information. The second question we've had is from a youth who is asking that because of the lockdown, the gyms closed. they have personal trainers, and all of a sudden now they have nothing to work out because not everyone have all those gym instruments at home. How does yoga complement that workout that they do in a gym on a daily basis?
Good question, actually. This is the misconception that yoga is an exercise. Actually, yoga is a technique, I would say. You go to gym, you perform maybe muscle building exercise or on the treadmill or elliptical. Those are when you're performing. Have you noticed that your mind is not there?
Oh, absolutely.
Have you noticed that your breathing is not there?
Yes.
Because you are out of breath.
Yes, I
Right?
never concentrate on my
Yes.
breathing. Yeah.
So, yoga, when you perform yoga, whether it is gentle yoga, power flow yoga, or completely stretch and distress or yin type of yoga, your breathing, your mind, and your body are aligned.
Right. So you're present in the moment.
Exactly. So when you go to gym, you have to do yoga for stretch it out, for more flexibility.
Right.
But when you go to yoga, you don't always have to go to gym.
Because I know you've also taught us the core yoga,
The core
you
yoga,
know,
exactly.
which we have done quite a few sessions with you.
So when you are in any yoga pose, you need to get balance.
Right.
Balance comes from core,
Correct.
right? So you have to strengthen the core. If you stay in one position, one yoga asana, one yoga posture, it is an effort you make.
Okay.
Simple. This yoga pose, it is an effort. If you stay here for 5 to 7 breaths, you will see that you sweat,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So
Yeah, you made me sweat a lot. So the other question that we have from one of the viewers is, can they build up their abs with yoga?
definitely, why not?
Is that true?
Core yoga, power flow yoga, they can. It will sweat, you will be dripping. That much power flow yoga and core yoga will help you.
Right. So,
And you don't need to necessarily go for hot yoga. Of course, hot yoga I'm not against because of the weather condition.
Right.
But you will be out of breath after like 40 minutes,
Okay.
right? And it is artificial sweat, I would say.
Right.
So I always recommend come for the regular class and sweat. That is the actual sweating,
Right.
right?
That's perfect. So now that we have given a good session for our seniors, are we ready to show the caregivers some magic of yoga as well? Perfect. Let's get going, guys. Do you have any instructions for them to get their mat?
Yes, we need mat. We need probably block, straps.
But what if I don't have a mat because I'm not doing yoga?
You can use anything. In those days, we didn't have mat.
Right.
We
Because
have-
yoga comes from, like, I don't know, thousands of years back.
5,000 years old, I
Yeah.
think. And you can perform on any type of mat, any type of asana,
Okay. So I can just put a bed sheet
anything.
on
But
the floor.
main
and-
thing is you need to have a good grip.
Okay.
In certain poses, you will be upside down.
Right.
In downward facing dog, dolphin pose, you know.
Yes, yes.
So in those poses, you need something to have a good grip.
That is non-slippery as
Exactly.
well,
And
that
that's
you
why-
don't slip out.
Yes, that's why you need mat or some kind of a non-slippery base.
Right. Well, I ran out of my mats. Like I tore something, it got ripped off. But even in the lockdown, I had my mats. I ordered it from Amazon, and we got it like in a day, 24 hours. So I think those are very easily, readily available anywhere online as well. Perfect.
Everything you can get it online.
Yeah, I bought a set actually of the mat and the blocks.
Oh yes, and strap is also good. Even though you can interlace your fingers and you can reach your feet.
Right.
Strap is good for more stretching.
Right.
So I would suggest to use this type of props in your daily practice.
Okay, perfect. So let's grab our mats then.
So for caregivers, we will do some stretching, some flexible Surya Namaskar.
And this is for beginners.
For beginners,
right?
yes.
So if our viewers have not done yoga ever, you are safe to do this, absolutely.
So let's sit in Vajrasan. In Vajrasan, your knees are together. You will uncurl your toes and toes together. It should touch each other. But if for any reason you are having a pain in your knees, you can slightly place it away from each other. Okay. Or you can have this type of blanket or cushion under your hip. Okay. It will give you some cushion. Straight spine, shoulders are relaxed. We will start with Bhastrika Pranayam and then Kapalbhati Pranayama.
Sure.
Bhastrika Pranayam, who has heart issue, they cannot perform. Hernia, they cannot perform. Okay. Again, if you have a headache, flu or stuffy nose, avoid this pranayama. If you have high blood pressure, you shouldn't practice this pranayama.
I'm sure if they have any questions in this whole series of what they can do and what they cannot do on their health issues, if they have any health issues, they can always call you. And if you can please, Gayatri, share your phone number, that would be amazing.
Sure. So my phone number is 647-628-8241, and you can find Yoga for You and message me anytime. I'm happy to advise you, guide you here. Okay?
Thank you, Gayatri.
Welcome.
That's very kind of you.
I'm always here for help, any kind of help for yoga. It's normal, but when you exhale, you contract your belly. You can practice that pranayama as many times as you want. Start with the slow pace and then you can pick up your speed. And make sure you perform with empty stomach. I always advise to break it down in rounds. So each round contains 10 to 20 exhalations, and then you can take a pause, relax your spine, relax your belly, then again start and complete your rounds. And you can increase exhalations in each round and decrease your rounds. And whenever you are done, release your pose, relax your nostrils, relax your chest and relax your belly. Always practice Anulom Vilom Pranayama, the alternate nostril breathing, which we already performed on the chair. Always practice that pranayama after Kapalbhati Pranayama. Because in Kapalbhati, you detox your nostrils, you detox your body, you strengthen your core muscles. And in Anulom Vilom Pranayama, you clear channel in between your both nostrils. Okay. So it is a part of purification process of your mind, body and soul.
I can do this because I've been practicing yoga with you for a very long time, but I'm sure not a lot of people cannot be in this position for too long. Is it okay to be sitting in a cross-legged position
you
to
can
be
sit
doing
in
this pranayama?
Yeah. You can sit in Sukhasana, you can sit on chair.
Okay.
Any pranayama, you can sit on the chair or on the mat.
Okay.
I wanted to show this posture because this is really good for digestion. It's called Vajrasan. When you sit in this pose, it helps you to digest. Okay. Always sit after your main meal, whether it is lunch or dinner. Sit for like 10 minutes. It's after lunch or dinner.
Okay.
For 10 minutes, and it will help you to digest. You can, whenever you are watching TV, sit like this for 10 minutes.
That's good.
Okay. Now, come out from the pose and come to all fours. So stack your shoulders over your wrist. Both legs your hips distance apart. Spread your fingers and take a good grip on your mat. On your next inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward, tailbone to the sky. Feel your spine here. Exhale, roll your shoulders, chin to chest, navel towards spine. Feel each and every vertebrae. Inhale, drop your belly, gaze forward. Feel your spine. Exhale, roll your shoulders, chin to chest, come to cat pose. Practice this yogasana for a few more time. It will help you to stretch your spine. Strengthen your hip muscles, strengthen your thighs. And try to take your body weight on your muscles. Always take your body weight on your muscles instead of your joints. And when you are done, come to neutral spine. Now stretch your right leg and press your heel towards the floor a few times. Feel stretch on your hamstrings, your calf muscles. When you come back, bring towards your left side and gaze towards extended leg. Feel stretch on your right side. And then squeeze your hip muscles. Give tension to your hip muscles. It will strengthen your hip muscles when you squeeze it. On your next inhale, come back to center. Now stretch your left hand. This is core exercise. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Engage your core here. Exhale, bend from your knee. Bring towards your chest. Inhale, stretch, drop your belly. Exhale, bring towards your chest. 3 more times on your own pace. This is good for your core muscles. It will stretch your hamstrings, your calves, your arms. If you have sciatica or any lower back issue, when you stretch your right leg, it will help you to soothe. And when you are done, come to neutral spine. Now stretch your left leg and press your heel towards the floor a few times and feel stretch on your hamstrings, your calves. And when you come back, bring towards your right side, gaze towards extended leg, feel stretch on your left side. And again, give tension to your hip muscles, squeeze your hip muscles. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Stretch your right hand. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Engage your core here. Exhale, bend from your knee. Bring towards your chest. Inhale, stretch, drop your belly. Exhale, bring towards your chest. And when you are done, come back to neutral spine. Now widen your both knees, toes together, sit on your heels, stretch your legs, drop your forehead on the floor and relax. Relax your spine, relax your breath. This is called child pose. Relax your full body. Stay here for 5 breaths and then lift yourself up. Come to all fours again. Curl your toes, extend your hands, lift yourself up, come to downward facing dog. You can stay here and relax, or you can walk your dog and feel stretch on your hamstrings, your calves. Walk your dog and release your calves, your hamstrings. So remember the cue that you do not lock your elbows, do not lock your knees. Tailbone to the sky and gaze between your legs or towards your navel. Your ears should be in between your arms. And when you are ready, jump, hop or walk towards top of your mat and slowly rise up. Slowly rise up. We will start with Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutation. Both hands at your heart center, straight spine. Inhale, raise your both hands up, arch back, gaze towards ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the floor, gaze between your legs, breathe. On your next inhale, bring your right foot back, drop your right knee, stack your left knee and ankle. Gaze forward, open up your heart here. Inhale, bring your left foot back. Come to downward facing dog.
And remember the cue that you do not lock your elbows, do not lock your knees, tailbone to the sky and gaze between your legs. On your next inhale, roll forward, come to plank. Make sure you engage your core here. So do not bend your elbows. Lift your hip a little bit up. Gaze in between your hands. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and chin. Uncurl your toes, inhale, lift, come to cobra. Cobra pose is uncurl your toes, come to cobra, gaze towards ceiling. Exhale, drop. Curl your toes, inhale, lift, come to downward dog and relax here, breathe here. On your next inhale, lift your right leg towards ceiling and stretch. Exhale, roll forward, bend from your knee, bring in between your hands and drop your left knee. Stack your right knee and ankle. Gaze forward, open up your heart. We'll do this Surya Namaskar with some variations. So inhale, lift your both hands up, arch back, push your hip forward. Gaze towards ceiling or towards your hands. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn towards your right. So left elbow on your right knee, gaze towards back wall. Feel twist, feel stretch on your spine. Good. On your next inhale, again come back to center. Arch back, gaze towards ceiling. Exhale, drop your both hands on the floor. Place your left palm on the floor. Inhale, lift your right hand towards ceiling and open up your right shoulder. Gaze towards your right hand. Exhale, drop. Now walk your hands. Straighten your right knee, lift your right toe. Either you can sit on your heel or you can bend forward and feel stretch on your calf muscles, your hamstrings. Inhale, walk forward. On your next inhale, lift your left knee, bring forward. Grab your both elbows, move side to side and let go of any tension you might have on your shoulders, your spine. Let your spine lengthen here. On your next inhale, slowly rise up, make a big circle, arch back, exhale, hand to chest. Take one breath here. The same way we perform on our left side.
Perfect. Are we doing the left or are you going to give us something else?
Yeah, we can start with the other poses on our right side. Okay. But make sure when you perform right side, you have to balance it out by doing on your left side. Do not forget that. So again, hands at your heart center. Inhale, raise your both hands up, arch back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the floor, gaze between your legs, breathe. Inhale, hands on your shin, straight spine. Exhale, release. Feel your spine is stretching like this. On your next inhale, bring your right foot back and then bring your left foot back. Come to downward dog. You are going to go for pigeon pose. On your next inhale, lift your right leg towards ceiling and stretch. Exhale, roll forward, bring in between your hands and drop your right knee. Uncurl your left toe. Now make sure that your left leg is behind your left hip. You will feel stretch on your right side of glutes. Make sure you do not sit on one hip. Always your square hip is necessary. Inhale, stretch, gaze. Feel your spine here. You can stay here or you can go for sleeping pigeon. So exhale, bend forward. Drop your forehead on the floor or you can use your hands and relax here. And observe your body. Where do you find stretch? Where do you find relaxation? On your next inhale, lift. Curl your left toe. Come to downward dog. And on your next inhale, lift your right leg towards ceiling and stretch again. Exhale, bend from your knee. Bring between your hands. Drop your left knee. Stack your right knee and ankle. So we are going to go for another pose for our right side, but you can do it from our left side. Bring your right hand inside.
Right hand on your right knee. Open your inner thighs, tilt your right foot a little bit and gaze towards your right shoulder. Come back. Place your right hand inside. This is called dragon pose, so press your hand on the floor. You can walk your right foot a bit forward or towards the right side of the corner, but make sure your hands are beside your right foot. You can go on your elbows if you would like. Yeah, feel stretch. And if you want to make it core, inhale, lift your left knee, engage your thighs, engage your core muscles. Slowly drop, come back to the original pose. Inhale, bring your other foot forward. Again, grab your both elbows. Move side to side. And on your next inhale, slowly rise up, make a big circle. Arch back, exhale, hand to chest. Make sure you perform on the other side as well. Let's do a couple
Which I guess I already showed them the other side.
So let's do one more. Garudasana, the eagle pose. Place your right around your left. Hands in L shape. Left under your right and grab your both
Left hand
elbows.
right.
Yes. Lock your elbows, grab your both palms. Inhale, stretch. Exhale. Bend forward at the same time. Sit on your hip. This will strengthen your hip muscles, your thighs, because you are taking your body weight on your thighs, not on your joints. Make sure you don't take your weight on your joints. You will feel stretch on your shoulder blades, your arms. Inhale, stretch again. Gaze towards ceiling. Exhale, release. Do not forget to roll your shoulders clockwise, anti-clockwise. Now let's sit and stretch our legs. How are you feeling?
Viewers, don't forget to do the other side as well.
Yes. Make sure you practice on the other side. I don't mind giving full class in future if you would like.
Oh, absolutely. We'll take up on that offer.
Yeah. With right side and left side, full-fledged 1 hour yoga class. I don't mind.
That would be amazing, Gayatri. I will take you up on the offer because with our new event, we do have the second event we have after the health and wellness. Okay. We do have it as a continuation where we actually need to work with our peers, with our caregivers, which the flyer is already out on our Facebook page. So we will definitely take you up on maybe a live online session as well. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Because I think second wave is on the way and I want people to know at least yoga for 1 hour they can practice at home. Perfect. Because it is not only for your body, mainly it works for the mind. And right now, the students I am getting call from they are going through this stress, anxiety, depression. To avoid that, start yoga and bring yoga routine. That's the main point.
Yes, absolutely. And you know, me just doing it on a daily basis, if I have morning meetings, I would even do like a quick 15 minutes that you have showed me, to do a quick yoga session for 15 minutes in the morning to start your day. And it really works beautifully for me. And I also do some bedtime yoga.
That's really helpful actually.
So if you can explain to our viewers about the bedtime yoga, of how that helps in sleep as well and anxiety as well, I would really appreciate.
Definitely. So if you go for yoga class or if you practice yoga at your home for 15 minutes, it will help you to release all the stress, because throughout the day we are going through a lot of stress, whether it is office, whether it is driving, whether it is kids, elderly people, right? So when you go to bed, do some stretching, not any core exercise, but mainly stretching, not even balancing exercise. So couple of relaxing pranayama, which includes abdominal breathing, which I showed earlier.
And this can be done in the bed?
In the bed, you can do it in the bed.
Okay.
Abdominal breathing, you can do it
It's
lie
more for
down.
the seniors, right? That when
Yes.
they're already in the bed,
Yes.
with age, it becomes very difficult to fall asleep. The sleep goes down, the amount of sleep that they can have. So I guess this would help them if they are in the bed and they can do.
In the bed, they can do the abdominal breathing even with the lying down.
Okay.
But for Brastrika, you have to sit.
Right.
And you can sit in Sukhasana and practice this pranayama, or on the chair.
Okay.
And then some stretching, some twisting.
Okay.
We will perform with the lying down, and same yoga poses they can do it on the bed.
Okay.
Okay. Let's stretch our legs first. Okay. So hands at your heart center. You might need belt if you can touch.
That is one thing I cannot do.
Here you go. Okay. So inhale center, exhale bend forward and grab your feet. If you are using belt, make sure it goes on the top of your feet, not the middle or not the bottom, for the balance of your feet. It's very important. Good. And now walk your hands on the belt and bend forward with straight spine, straight neck. Never put your chin down on your chest. With each inhale and exhale, go deeper in the pose. You will feel stretch on your hamstrings, your calf muscles, your arms, your spine. You can stay here for 5 deep breaths, and when you come back, inhale, engage your core, lift your hands up, exhale, hands at your heart center. If senior people are performing this pose, I wouldn't suggest to come back with the core. Just release slowly and come back. Okay?
So just if they're here.
They are here. Slowly inhale and release. For caregivers, depending upon the age and their health, they can perform the pose. Okay? Bend your right, bring towards your left. Grab your right knee, make sure your left leg is straight, and 4 corners of your right foot touches the floor. Grab your right knee with your left hand. Inhale, bring your right hand behind your back and gaze towards back wall. Feel twist, feel stretch on your spine. And on your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. Bend your left, bring towards your right. Grab your left knee with your right hand. Inhale, bring your left hand behind your back. Gaze towards back wall. Feel twist, feel stretch, and keep breathing. Do not forget to breathe. You can stay here for 5 breaths, and on your next inhale, come back to center and release. Now slowly lying down on the mat. Make sure your both shoulders are relaxing on the floor. Your hips are touching the floor. Your spine is connected to the floor. Make any adjustment if needed. Basically, your shoulders should be away from your ears. Now bend your both knees. And on your next inhale, lift your lower back up, interlace your fingers, squeeze your shoulders. Make sure your knee is on top of your ankles, your both legs, your hips distance apart, and push your hip towards ceiling more and more. This is good for your lower back. If someone has sciatica, if you have thyroid, it is good for thyroid patients. You can stay there for 5 full breaths and then slowly release, slowly drop. Take one breath here. Now place your right ankle on your left knee. Grab your left thighs, interlace your fingers behind your knee. This is really good for your glutes. So if you cannot perform pigeon pose, which we just performed recently, if you cannot perform that way, you can perform this pose. Same benefit, it's good for your glutes, and you can perform in the bed. And for caregivers, depending upon their flexibility, on your next inhale, lift your head, try to touch your forehead with your right foot. Exhale, slowly drop. Where do you find stretch, Nishita? On your right side,
yeah,
right?
Yes. This whole thing stretches out, yeah.
So throughout the day, we have been through a lot, and make sure that you stretch this way. So you will feel stretch on your right side of glutes area, maybe your IT band. It is a good stretch for your hip muscles, right? So perform this also like 3 to 5 times, and then you can release. And place your left ankle on your right knee. Grab your right thighs, interlace your fingers. Even though if you cannot lift your head, you will still feel stretch on your left side of glutes, right?
Yes, absolutely. Right? It just gets more deeper stretch.
Yes.
If I go with my...
Exactly. And make sure you inhale, touch, exhale, slowly release. Then you can release your pose. Now place your both hands in T shape, palms facing down. Inhale, center, exhale, back. Drop your both knees towards your right side, gaze towards your left. In this pose, you will feel twist and stretch on your spine. Both feet are on top of each other, both knees are on top of each other, and your left shoulder should be touching the floor. Gaze towards your left. On your next inhale, come back to center, and exhale, drop towards your left, gaze towards your right. Again, feel twist, feel stretch on your spine, and make sure your knees are on top of each other, your feet are on top of each other, your right shoulder is touching the floor, relaxing on the floor. And on your next inhale, come back to center. You can perform this pose for a couple of times. It is balancing your spine. Now next pose is happy baby pose. Always end your practice with this pose. So lift your both legs up and grab your both feet, widen your both legs. So your knees are beside your body, and then move side to side and massage your spine. This is called happy baby pose. And feel happy like a baby because you have done a good job today.
Do we get a lollipop after that?
You wish. And when you are done, release your pose and place your both legs, your mat's width apart, hands beside your body, palms facing up. Close your eyes and melt on your mat in Shavasana. And when I ask you to relax certain body parts, make sure you bring that body part in your awareness and make it relax. You can give tension and then relax that body part. Now relax your mind. Relax your eyes. Relax your facial muscles. Relax your shoulders. Relax your hands and your fingers. Relax your heart, your chest. Relax your stomach muscles.
Relax your knees, your ankles. Relax your feet, your toes. Relax your spine. Relax your each and every vertebrae. Relax your mind, your heart. Relax your soul. Relax your full body and relax into your body, into your breath. And now take a long, deep breath in and out. Feel nice and relaxed. You can start bringing awareness in your body by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. You can rotate your wrist and ankles clockwise, anti-clockwise. You can move your head side to side slowly and gently. Bring your both hands up, interlace your fingers. Inhale, give a good stretch. Exhale, release. Now bend your knees. Hug your knees and move side to side. Massage your spine. And when you are ready, turn towards your right. Push yourself up. Come to sitting pose. Now place your both hands at your heart center. Close your eyes and take a long deep breath in and out. Thank yourself to show up on this mat today. Thank you for letting me guide you for this yoga class. The divine light in me. Bow down the divine light in each of you. Namaste.
That, Gayatri, feels so amazing. Feel so relieved. My body feels so light after doing this exercise. And I know it was not for the 1 hour. So just doing such a short span of exercise, if it makes you feel so good, I'm sure the 1 hour doing it regularly would actually change
their life. For sure.
Absolutely. I remember I had a very bad accident and had very bad whiplash injury. I used to go to the physiotherapist, and even though doing so much of treatment, I still did not feel that great in my body till I started doing yoga with you. So, I don't feel anything that I ever had a whiplash anymore.
Glad to know that actually yoga helped you.
Yeah. So, thank you so much, Gayatri, for being a part of this workshop. This is going to immensely help all our viewers, especially the seniors. And I want to mention that actually my mother-in-law, who's 85, has been looking forward to this session, that she can watch online and do this. But she had a question for me that I have to ask you now. She has asked, can she do an online session with you, that you are live and you are working with her? Because sometimes what happens is when you're working out, and if you are not watching them, then they might be doing some poses wrong, which might even hurt them.
Definitely, no. It will be one-on-one live class.
Okay.
So that's what I'm providing. I don't record my sessions and put it on Facebook. No, because I need to look at my student, whether they are performing correctly or not. So 1 to 2 p.m. Saturday and Sunday we have seniors yoga online.
Okay.
So
they can register and ask any more information. My number is 647-628-8241, or you can Google Yoga for You.
Perfect. Thank you so much for this amazing session. And to all our viewers, this was amazing for me. Please practice it. This lockdown has been tough on all of us. We want to make sure that our health fitness and mental fitness is there, and we can take care of our seniors and we can take care of ourselves. If we don't take care of ourselves, we cannot take care of others. So please keep exercising, stay fit, and we'll see you in the next workshop. Have a good day, guys.